Therefore, we all are responsible for making the world population in general and the Muslim population in particular hostage to this extremist ideology. Times have surely changed since the noon of March 10, 1982, when President Ronald Reagan dedicated the March 22nd launch of Columbia's space shuttle to the valiant Afghan Mujahideens or Jihadis and termed their struggle against the Soviet occupation forces as a representation of the man's highest aspiration for freedom. When I was young, Pakistan was a normal country as any other country in the world. Jacqueline Kennedy flew to Karachi. The Beatles visited us. Queen Elizabeth went to the Khyber Pass to chat with the tribesmen. We were a favorite tourism destination for many. We were hosting World Cups of hockey and cricket, besides many other multinational events. World Bank termed Pakistan in 1963 as one of the most progressive and dynamic developing countries in Asia. The 70s were nothing less than a disaster for us, but even the separation of eastern part of our country and the political upheavals thereafter did not change the society as deeply as the event of 1979, the year the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan and the Iranian Revolution happened the next door. It was only then that we started learning that we were not only Muslims, but Sunnis and Shias. It was also the time that we were drawn to conviction of fighting Soviet invasion and also challenging communist ideology with another ideology. With the able intellectual assistance of the free world, a syllabus was designed in one of the Western universities for madrasas, wherein jihad was fed to young minds in a concentrated dose without context or explanation. An exception was created using a self-defense clause to justify declaration of jihad by non-state actors. Young men were recruited from all over the world, radicalized, and then left and disowned after they had delivered us the success. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for a long lesson on history. But while it is a history for you, it is still very much a live issue for us back home, as a fairly large number of people are radicalized, armed, and empowered politically and ideologically. They cannot be wished away just because we don't like them anymore. Please note, we are harvesting what we sowed 40 years back. So it will be a while before this scourge is eliminated in totality. But first, let us stop calling it jihadism, as it is nothing else but terrorism. With this rather long context, let me now come to the story of Pakistan's struggle against extremism, terrorism, and so-called jihadism. Pakistan Army has waged a relentless and bloody fight against terrorism and violent extremism at a monumental human and material cost. Over 35,000 Pakistanis have lost their lives. Over 48,000 are critically wounded or disabled. Financial cost exceeds US $250 billion, only a fraction of which is actually shared by our global partners. Today, I can say with pride and conviction that there are no organized camps on our side of the border. However, presence of terrorists of various hues and colors cannot be ruled out. We still have their active and sleeper cells who are hiding in mountains, border towns, and 54 refugees camps besides some major towns and cities. For your information, of the last 130 terrorist attacks in our border areas last year, 123 were conceived, planned, and executed from Afghanistan.